Well, I have been pushed. I think it's about time that somebody teach these varmints a little lesson about...
This is the Squirrel Feeder 3000. Simply put, it's a recycled squirrel feeder made from everyday items that you can find in your workshop or in your garden. What we have is a 6-inch piece of decking here, makes the platform. We have a galvanized piece of tin, which is just flexible and it's screwed on to a piece of waterproof WBP plywood. We have some galvanized wire here to hang it on. We have some galvanized mesh on the inside here which retains the nuts. I've made it double thickness to make it harder for the squirrels to actually pull the nuts out from the mesh. Not quite sure if you can see in the sunlight because it's quite dark. And then on the back here we've got the filling port here, so you would empty your nuts into the back door here, so to speak. And this is just like an old Pringles tin lid, just to cover it over, just keep it waterproof. Doesn't matter if they chew it off, I mean they can't really do much harm, but it's just a handy filling port for them. So when it hangs in the tree, it will hang like so, and then if we get them scampering around on the outside, they can sit either here, or they can sit on the top, or they can sit here, which is absolutely fine. But at the same time, when you get more than one, or you get one on there, it might just tilt slightly forwards. So if they're sat on here, demonstrate up here, just a little bit of weight. If it's hung in a tree and it's up high and you can't really see, a little bit of weight on there from the squirrel and it will just angle down just very slightly, and that will help you acquire your target and see what's actually feeding in there. If there's more than one, even better, because it will just tilt further forwards. It won't actually fall backwards because I've put some stops here, which is basically some wire and a screw, just very simply. It doesn't have to be complicated at the end of the day, just caveman technology. And that will hang quite nicely, and they'll scamper in and out of this all day long, feed themselves crazy, and you can acquire your targets and do what you've got to do to reduce your grey squirrels. Right, so what we have here, we have a bait station, a feeding station. We've got plenty of nuts here and here. We've got a couple of A1 Good Nature grey squirrel traps here and here. They're just for unexpected visitors when nobody's about. We've got some armor plated wire mesh around here, and we've got some galvanized plate here which stops the squirrels from going into here and throwing the feed or the nuts out. They like to sift through everything, so don't mix your baits, just leave one singular bait in there. Nuts are probably best, they don't seem to throw those around as much. That retains the nuts which are hidden in here. So as you can see, there's a hole. I'll just get a stick, I can probably demonstrate. So obviously when they get fishing around in here, they just self-feed, because what we have is a big glut of nuts inside of the box, and the box has got a heavy lid on it which is stainless, which won't rot, and it will keep the water off. And then inside we just fill up with nuts in there, obviously. What we've got on the outside here, if you can see, but it's all armor plated here with this mesh, and then we've got behind here, we've got rubber. So we've got some rubber matting, and then we've got some aesthetically pleasing artificial grass. Now, if you are that way inclined and you're an air rifle shooter, you can shoot straight into this stuff. It's deadly quiet, they don't even know that it's happening. You've got rubber behind it which absorbs the round. You've got the artificial grass on the front which dampens the noise as well. And you've also got all of the armor plating all the way around to stop them from chewing the hell out of it and getting to all the nuts on the inside. And then of course you've got your bird feeders and your regular feeders here, which are great because that brings in the wildlife and the birds and everything else, which is also nice to see. So this helps control the grey squirrels. We've got literally thousands of them here. So this is a very effective way of managing that, especially when you don't want them eating off all